Niggas chatting like I don't do what? If he front with him head in his gut. Keep a 9 on my hip cause I swear that I'm clutch. Watch her slap on my dick while I hold in her bun like he sneak this and that nigga a bum. Pop out the dark, all you see was a gun. No side with the blick cause I know he gon' run. They get attacked where I stay, better talk to you a gun like. Bitches OGs and OGs. Hop out and I ooh like Ginobili. Rest in peace, baby, he clutch like he Kobe. She poppin' her titty, she don't even know me. I don't care about no he say, she say. Why that goofy put me in the song? I can't wait till I'm a civilian. I like the he say now he not. Boom, boom. The fuck they chatting about over there? Welcome back to another Vizzy vlog with your boy Mally Mal. Okay, you seen the intro, right? I sung a song. What I'm going to do on this channel now, I want y'all every vlog to comment a song. And I'm gonna open it up. We're singing the chorus of that song and I'm gonna shout you out or whatever. Listen, bro. It don't gotta be just drill either, okay? I don't wanna be singing drill all the fucking time. I don't like listening to drill all the time anyway. So, yeah, that's what we gonna do. I just thought of that randomly as I was on the train. But I want to talk to y'all real quick before I go crazy with my money getting real quick. It's not illegal, guys. Okay, it's Uber Eats. Trying to find somewhere to sit, bro. I found somewhere to sit. My dumb. Oh, my water. Fuck. There we go. I should have brought my tripod. I'm a retarded ass person, a retarded ass individual, but that's fine. Okay, what do I want to talk about today? Right. Okay. By the time you watching this, it's gonna be New Year's or probably January 2nd, knowing my procrastinating ass. In real time though, as I'm recording this, is December 30th. But for those who are watching, Happy New Year's. I hope you guys had a good holidays, whatever you celebrate. Yeah. I wanted to say this, right? So last year, y'all watching this in 2022. Last year, I started off the year wrong. You may be wondering what the fuck am I talking about? I'm gonna explain. Once this guy passes, at the time that last year started, I was still in like a kind of funky place because, you know, the stuff that had happened in November. And I was really like, what do I say? I was really like, I was trying to get out of that funk so bad. So I was trying to do things to kind of like fill that void. And one of those things was trying to set these big ass expectations for myself to try to be like, you know, I came up from that dark time in my life. And you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like it was an unrealistic way to see things, an unrealistic way to move on with things, because you know, things shouldn't, like, something bad shouldn't happen and then automatically you're gonna change, or like something bad happens automatically and the situation is gonna change like automatically and it's gonna be great all of a sudden. Like, shit don't work out like that at all. That's kind of the mindset that I had going into last year, right? And I wrote down some goals on like a board that I had as like, you know, like a vision board, I guess, or goal board, whatever. And it was some pretty big goals. Like, for example, I said I wanted 100,000 subscribers on Mal Rich's channel. I wanted to have my own crib, not my own crib, but like getting ready to move into my own crib starting this year. And I wanted to get my license and get a car, right? The problem is is nothing wrong with having those goals, right? Nothing at all. There's a couple problems with that though. The first thing was at that time, let's use the 100,000 subscriber thing for an example. At that time, I wasn't fucking consistent at all. I'm still struggling with consistency up to this date, right? So to say like, oh, I want 100,000 subscribers, I was putting myself in a tough spot because I knew damn well I wasn't consistent. And it takes time to build that discipline to get consistent. It just doesn't happen overnight. Like you make one video and then shit just starts going up and up and up. It doesn't work like that. And I almost set up myself for disappointment. Because, you make these big ass, high ass expectations. And if it doesn't happen because you didn't put the necessary work to get to a point before it gets to that big goal and then get into that goal, it's like you're disappointed. You start beating yourself up, and I be doing that all the fucking time. It's just that now I'm starting to get better with accepting certain things and just realizing that I have more shit to do than just making these big ass expectations and stuff. So this year, I'm gonna write on the goal board again, but it's gonna be more broad. I would say more minimal, but it's not really minimal. I wouldn't correlate it as minimal. It's just more broad. And then do something where I set goals for myself every month. Now, let me use an example. Well, let me just tell y'all what my goals are for this year. Because it's not anything specific. It does correlate with some of the bigger goals that I have in mind and the shit that I want to manifest. But the first thing that I'm going to write down is to just stay consistent. That's the first thing that I'm going to write is nothing else, just to stay consistent with my content on this channel, on Mal Rich's. I want to start doing something else soon. We'll get into that soon. Yeah. Stay consistent with my content. Because if I want to get to the bigger goal, I first need to start being consistent. Right? My second goal, and this correlates to bigger things as well, I want to travel. I want to travel. Now, and when I say travel, I mean around the country. I need to get my passport so I could go outside the country. But the thing is, right, I love this fucking place. I love New York City. It is the most random city in the fucking world. I don't care what anybody says, right? But I don't want to stay here forever. In that same breath, though, I don't know where I want to go to move. So I genuinely want to travel to see certain places and to see how living there is and all that other stuff. But more importantly, outside of the living situations, just to travel, just to travel. I barely travel. Like, I traveled for the first time outside of New York and the tri-state and upstate. Tri-state and upstate does not count. New Jersey and Connecticut does not count as traveling. First of all, yeah, I went to Rhode Island alone. It's not that far, but it is out the tri-state, and it was obviously different from New York. But any other time that I traveled, it was literally with family. Like, I've been to Toronto, but I was with family because I went to a wedding and I barely seen Toronto. I was in the hotel most of the time, except for going to the wedding. I've been in North Carolina, but again, with family. Um, and Florida, again, with family. I didn't get to see much of Florida because I was with family, right? I want to be able to travel alone, see certain places, see different places. And, that also would end up correlating with the bigger goals that I have in mind or whatever that I manifest. Then the third thing it's really random, but it's not really random for me, and it is to take more pictures of myself really quick. Like I've been like scrolling up my camera roll this past month, and I've been realizing like I don't take much pictures of myself, and that has a lot to do with the fact that I've had low self-esteem for very, very long. I know I'm not fucking ugly. I don't care what nobody says, right? But the low self-esteem, the low confidence, you know how that goes. But going into next year, I want to be able to take more pictures of myself, make that be a part of building that self-esteem, building that confidence, blah, 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 right? Now, you see how broad these things are. I have bigger goals, obviously. I have bigger manifestations, but those are the things that I need to do first in order to get to those bigger goals in the first place. Now, the monthly thing, right? I would also do a monthly thing. So one thing, for example, in January, I want to get to 10K subscribers on the main channel, right? That's one of my goals. It correlates with staying consistent or whatever. I already have shit planned out. I just got to put it into motion, right? Now, let's say it's not going to happen. I'm putting that in the air. But let's say in a fucked up world, I don't get to 10K. Oh shit, that's a fucking rat. Get the New York City, bro. Let's say I don't get to 10K by January. I just put it into February, the February goal vision thing. And I keep putting it until I get to 10K. And then after 10K, the next focus will be 50K and then 100K. Working our way up is the point here, right? We don't want to set these big ass expectations feeling like we about to come up from whatever bad times, because it's just unrealistic. I want to start being, not for just the next year, but as life goes on for me, I want to start being as realistic as possible with myself, and working my way up to things rather than just trying to focus on this one thing, knowing damn well I don't have the tools and the resources and the mindset to get to that point, and I end up backtracking. It happens every single time. So I'm saying all of this to say, for you guys who are watching, you all probably have some New Year's resolutions or some 2022 goals, and you want to get this done and that done and that done, and that is perfectly fine. But if you're at a certain, you should really, really think about, and this shouldn't just be for the new year either, right? You should really think about where you're at in life right now before you start setting goals for yourself. I know, it's easy. It's the easy thing to really set these big ass expectations. It's harder to really think about where you're at and then set goals based on that. That is the harder thing to do, and it's hard for me. I was contemplating before I left the house, like damn, like just thinking about certain shit, but I can't let that shit stop me. I don't want that shit to stop y'all either. So I guess the point of this video is to say, going into 2022, start off minimal. Really think about where you're at in life. Be realistic with yourself. Be true. Like, just be honest with yourself. And set goals based on that. Again, I don't know if y'all want to follow the same format as me. I'm not saying to follow the same format as me, actually, but like how I did. Like, do it the same way how I'm trying to do it. On my yearly board, have broad goals, and each month based on where you're at. Set certain goals for yourself and work at it. Still have those manifestations of the big things. Meditate. A big thing I would recommend is to meditate and shit. Helps with manifestations and work your way up basically. But yeah, start minimal, start simple, because the bigger expectation based on where you're at in life is the more you'll just backtrack. And that's word of my dad, nigga. Yo, also, if you're having trouble finding jobs in this hard ass time, I would highly recommend, I don't think high schoolers could do it. I don't know. But if you're over 18, I would highly recommend to do Uber Eats. It's not a sure thing in terms of money. It is kind of, but it depends on where you at. Like in New York, Lower Manhattan, hot spot. Because these rich ass people be tired from work and they be getting lazy and they be wanting to buy the fuck out of food and have deliveries done and all that shit. It just depends on where you at and you gotta stay consistent with it. Like how I'm trying to do right now, but I would highly recommend Uber Eats, delivering food. I fucking hate this nigga see me walking, he gonna walk right in front of me. The fuck is wrong with you? But yeah, Uber Eats. Alright, see, this is my example of the board. Bland, broad, you feel me? And then this one, January, I'm gonna put pictures on this one. It's gonna be more like a vision thing. But this one, I might put pictures, but like on the bottom here where the dead space is at. But yeah, y'all see that. And then this is gonna be just pictures. But nah, yeah, man. That's all I got for y'all today. Happy New Year. Expect more content on this channel. And all right, bye.
Pulling this ground, got a boat on for the town. Trapping it lane, no round. We the king of the shit, give a fuck about the crown.